Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be doing a reaction video. I like doing these videos. I need to do more of these, actually. Ben Shapiro, a few hours ago or so, put up a video where he actually ranked people that lean left on the political spectrum. Now, I don't know if he necessarily ranked them by likability or something like that, even though I do believe that actually played a role in it. He was definitely looking at their political beliefs, but I do believe a little bit of his personal relationship with some of these people actually played a part in that. For the most part, I did agree with his ranking. I did have a major problem with one person where he ranked, and he actually used an alphabet scale, A being the best of the left and D being the worst. I think he should have had an F category, by the way, but he didn't. So D is the lowest that you can get. Now, he didn't agree with any of these people politically at all, but let's go ahead and react to his video here. All right, let's play it and roll it.
Alrighty, folks. So today we are going to rank figures on the left. You know, everybody from entertainment to politics to sports. We're going to rank them. Best person to worst person. This video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. So I'm looking through here. I have to find somebody.
And by the way, it's not in any alphabetical order.
Who's an A. Like, everybody here's a D. I mean, there's so many Ds here. So, okay, I'll give Bill Maher an A. Bill Maher is a super nice guy. I really like Bill on a personal level. Also, he's honest enough to acknowledge when the left is just being crazy.
So
He's right about that. I agree with Bill Maher being the best of this group right here. And there's some other people that I think he probably should have ranked, and we'll talk about that at the end. But I agree with an A for Bill Maher.
Become the party of no common sense.
Good answer. Good answer.
Again, there's nobody on this list who I agree with ideologically, so we are relegated to people I disagree with. So Bill gets an A. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else here who I would give an A. Nope. Okay, so there are no other A's. So Bill is the only A on this list. So Anna Kasparian, I'm going to give a B because I know Anna. She's a nice person. She and I did a debate recently. It was very cordial. She spends a lot of time on Young Turks, kind of ripping me personally.
Ben Shapiro always provides cover for the bad guys.
I'm not aware that I've spent any time on any of my shows really talking about anything that Anna has ever said, but she gets a B in this.
See, now, Bill Maher, he likes because he has a personal relationship, and they've actually done shows together. Same with Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks. So they are an A and a B, with Anna Kasparian being a B. And I believe that was the only people that he actually really did like.
Sort of spectrum of humanity. So Joe Biden is going to go, again, there are levels here. I'm going to put Joe Biden at like a D in terms of.
Dude, you wouldn't even have to think about that. If this is the lowest tier you got is a D, you don't have to think about that. Beijing Biden is clearly a D.
How destructive he is. He's just so wildly destructive. Now, Joe Biden could have been a B. Right? Joe Biden could have been a moderate. He could have come into office and just been a dead person who didn't do much. And instead, he decided that he wanted to aspire to be FDR, and he has destroyed the economy, undermined our foreign policy, destroyed any possibility of social comedy in the United States, killed unity. Joe Biden is an awful president, the worst president certainly of my lifetime. It is not close. Maybe the worst president ever, given the fact that he was handed all of these great gifts when he entered office and then proceeded to destroy all of them. So a D. I feel like he should be joined there, just appropriately enough, by Barack Obama, who set the table for all of this.
Thank you for reminding me.
Now, the fact that he's much more charming as a human than Joe Biden does not alleviate the fact that he really wrecked American politics in tremendous ways. I truly believe that the 2012 election was the most important election of my lifetime. Not 2016, not 2020, 2012. And the reason...
That's a good point. But look who the Republicans put up there. A man that no Republican likes today, and that would be Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney. That's who Barack Obama was going up against. Just think about how insane that is. People hate Mitt Romney in the Republican Party. They hate him.
The reason was you had a president elected in 2008 with a wide variety of public support to pursue a unifying agenda. He proceeded to tack hard left and then to cobble together the intersectional coalition that divides Americans on the basis of race, sex, sexual identity. And we are still recovering from that. I'm not sure we're ever going to recover from that because, again, his whole pitch was, as the first black president, I can unify the country And then he proceeded to completely disunify the country for his own political benefit. So Barack Obama gets a D.
Boo! You stink!
Okay, so some of the celebrities I feel like get a C, mainly because their politics suck, but they're also celebrities. So I'm going to give LeBron James a C. So LeBron.
I got a bit problem with that. LeBron James, LeChina James, as we call him on Black and White Sports, is clearly a D. And you'll see why also, considering who he actually put to the D as well. LeBron James is a clear D, Ben Shapiro. I completely disagree with you here.
LeBron seems like he does some good things, right? He founded a school over in Cleveland. That's nice. Also, LeBron James is awful on politics. The fact that people see him as an authority is beyond ridiculous. We live in a dumb culture in which everybody who is good at one thing is now considered good at all the things. But he also says some pretty terrible things from time to time. So C for LeBron James.
Oh, come on!
I think I'm probably going to give Beto O'Rourke a C. Not because he's any better politically than Barack Obama or Joe Biden, but just because he's less damaging.
Well, okay. He is not as powerful as a Barack Obama or Beijing Biden, but clearly, if you listen to Beto O'Rourke, he is a far left socialist, clearly a D. Clearly.
Because he's wildly incompetent and also humorous. You got Beto out there and he's like campaigning in Texas, brah. And he's like, take all the guns, brah, take them all. For similar reasons, I feel like I have to give Jen Psaki a C. Like, she doesn't end up quite on Joe Biden's level because, after all, she's a press secretary. It's her job to fib on behalf of the president of the United States.
First of all, I think it's irresponsible to say Americans are stranded. They are not. We are committed to bringing Americans who want to come home. And
so I'm going to give Jen Psaki a C. She was at least competent at her job. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez gets a D. She's an extraordinarily damaging public figure. She kowtows to anti-Semites. She is a radical leftist on every available issue. She's treated by the media with kid gloves because she is a Latinx female, and she's treated as sort of the future of the Democratic Party. I think in her time, she will end up being just as damaging as a Barack Obama or a Joe Biden.
Thank you for reminding me.
Bernie Sanders gets a D.
Oh, yeah.
Bernie is an extraordinarily damaging figure. He is an idiot on everything from economics to foreign policy.
I must confess that I was dumb.
He is treated as though he is a non-damaging figure because he has spent his entire life being a buffoon. But the Democratic Party has moved so far left that buffoonery is now mainstream.
I go by they, them pronouns.
He gets a D alongside his best friend, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Chris Cuomo. We're going to give Chris, not Andrew, a C. The reason we're going to give Chris a C is because I like that he's suing CNN, frankly. So he was coordinating with his brother. He was doing the Smothers Brothers routine on CNN.
I've always been a soft guy. I am the love gov.
He was thrown under the bus by the CNN brass. And let's be clear, they greenlit everything that he was doing. So Chris Cuomo suing CNN earns him a C.
Okay, a C for Fredo. Yeah, he's suing CNN, but if he wasn't, I do believe Ben Shapiro would put him in the D category because he's a D to me. He really is.
Rather than a D. His brother, Andrew, I'm going to have to give him a D mainly because he killed every old person in New York.
He killed 18,000 people. That's enough right there to be a D.
Kill all the old people in New York and then declare yourself a hero of the Republic and you make posters in homage to yourself. I feel like you get a D. Let's do Jimmy Fallon. So Jimmy Fallon, just by contrast, I'm going to give him a B because he is less ridiculous than like Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert.
Now I'm definitely depressed.
Jimmy Fallon is the least offensive of the late night comedians. He will
Now, these talk show people, I don't follow these people. I don't like late night talk shows at all. So he has Fallon as a B, but he has some other ones he's going to talk about in the D category too.
Sometimes tell a joke about Joe Biden, which I guess is now the mark of bravery. Jimmy Kimmel, the woke pope of late night, who gave up all comedic possibility by becoming a political commentator and is now earning lower ratings than Greg Gutfeld on Fox.
I don't want to suggest that Kimmel's show has become boring and predictable, but last night during the taping, people in the studio audience were changing the channel.
And shout out to Greg Gutfeld. He is so funny. So funny. And he is, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe he has the highest rated show on political TV, something like that. He is super funny.
He gets a D. Stephen Colbert also gets a D. Both of these people are political commentators masquerading as comedians.
Whiteness is a construct created by colonial powers.
They're highly irritating. They're no longer good at their jobs. What's amazing about this is they used to be funny. I remember when Jimmy Kimmel was on K-Rock when I was in high school, and he was actually really funny. And Stephen Colbert, when he was on Comedy Central with Jon Stewart, before he did the Colbert Report, which was tired and got old by the end, he was funny too. And he just gave up on all of that so that he could be cherished among the glitterati. Colin Kaepernick, man, that guy's just awful. He's ungrateful and he's awful. So LeBron gets a C because it's not LeBron's fault that they've decided to make him a political figure. It is Colin Kaepernick's fault that he's a political figure who's gotten extraordinarily wealthy off of being absolutely ignorant about everything and making.
Okay, see, that's why I have a problem right there. If you're going to put Colin Kaepernick in the D category, LeBron James clearly is a D because LeBron James is a bigger name, has more influence. He's still an active athlete, and he has said way more dangerous radical left stuff than Colin Kaepernick. Even though Colin Kaepernick is definitely a Marxist, this man praises Fidel Castro. But if you're going to put Kaepernick in a D, LeBron is definitely a D because he is much more dangerous because of his reach. I don't agree with Ben Shapiro on putting LeBron in a C category if he's going to have Kaepernick in the D category.
Crap documentaries with Anna DuVernay about how he is a victim because he was in the NFL draft. He literally compared being in the NFL draft to slavery, which makes zero sense considering the NFL draft ends with people being paid lots and lots of money to do a child sport. Klaus Schwab, that guy, yeah, he gets a D too. Anybody who seeks to reconstruct the entire world economy along the lines of their particular left-wing politics gets a D. Klaus Schwab, who speaks like a Bond villain. We will be able to restructure the world economy in line with our most cherished hopes and dreams.
He's German.
Klaus Schwab over at Davos. Like Nancy Pelosi is a D. She's awful. Although she is a very devoted Catholic who loves killing babies. Nancy
She's
Pelosi.
a fake Catholic.
She's here to kill the babies and tell you why she loves the Pope. But also kill
Good
babies.
impression.
We've got Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg used to be like a B, and he moved all the way from a B down to a D. Mainly because Pete Buttigieg used to be somebody who was quasi-moderate, right? Pete Buttigieg had this whole patina of, I'm here to have open and interesting conversations with you in new and different ways. And then he was like, also, I'm Pastor Pete, and you're doing Christianity wrong.
And don't forget, Pete Buttigieg, he was supposed to be in charge of the supply chain stuff. Remember, he went on parental leave for like 2 months when the country suffering from supply chain issues. Beijing Biden put him in charge now, or whoever is controlling Beijing Biden.
Christianity is about gay marriage and abortion. And everybody's like, whoa, what now? He's like, no, you're a bad Christian if you say that gay marriage is not fully equivalent to traditional marriage. This makes you a bigot and a terrible person. You're like, well, where does that say that in the Bible? I'm waiting for a citation. And he's like, the lesser of these. And I'm like, oh, God, really? Anthony Fauci, D. Anthony Fauci started off as like a B, just a bureaucrat, I think, trying to do his job. And then he devolved into a dystopian nightmare figure. Justin Trudeau's another D. I mean, the guy he literally said that you do not have the right to self-defense in Canada. Also, he attempted to shut down the bank accounts of people who disagree with him on COVID vaccines. Justin Trudeau's a disaster area.
Don't be racist.
That guy is, wow. Handsome Bernie Sanders over there. Bad guy. Let's see. Whoopi Goldberg. Blah.
D.
She did say that everyone in America is racist except for, like, everyone is racist all over the world except for Hitler.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
Hitler not racist, according to Whoopi Goldberg. She earns herself a D as well. Gavin Newsom, I got to put him in the same category as
easily
Andrew Cuomo at the very least. I mean, he's completely helped wreck the state. Now, to be fair to Gavin Newsom, he wasn't the first one who helped wreck the state, but he's been a disaster area for my original home state of California, which is why I'm now resident of Florida. And then for some reason, Zoe Tur. So you know what? We're going to give Zoe an A. And the reason we're going to give Zoe an A is because Zoe Tur did create some of the most viral content in the history of the internet by physically threatening me in very ladylike fashion on national TV.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
So there you have it. Honestly, I think this sort of reflects the movement of the Democratic Party. It used to be that there were a lot more A's and B's, and now there are a lot of C's and D's. And as the Democratic Party and the left wing continues to move further to the left, you're going to see that shift continue.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. That is Ben Shapiro ranking the left. Like I said, I have a problem with LeBron being a C because he is clearly a D. Now, some people he didn't actually even mention on here, like Hillary Clinton. She's clearly a D, if you ask me. Joy Behar wasn't on here as well. Of course, you know, he can't rank everybody. I would definitely have her in the D category. There was some other people, too, I was thinking of. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Ben Shapiro's ranking of the left? What do you agree with? What don't you agree with? that's just my take on this here. I like the list overall. I do. He only had 2 people in the A category, and I think the last person he put there in the A category is probably a joke right there. It's probably a joke because they did have that interaction and it did go viral. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.